Hello everyone and welcome back to She Lives Rooted. Today we are making my famous bagel recipe. This is probably my favorite sourdough recipe. So we're going to jump right in and we are going to start off with 145 grams of bubbly active sourdough starter. Look how bubbly and ready to go this is. I'll be linking this particular starter from Rusted Roots. It's a freeze-dried sourdough starter and I was able to grow it from dormant to bake ready in just 5 days. Now that timeline really depends on your environment, so it could take anywhere from 2 to 14 days to get your starter fully active, but so far this method has been foolproof for me and it consistently produces a bubbly active starter very quickly. Now to the bowl, we are adding 255 grams of water and 40 grams of, I'm using raw honey, just use whatever you have. And then we are going to whisk that really, really well so it gets nice and bubbly and frothy. And then we're going to add 500 grams of bread flour. And then 12 grams of salt. I usually use sea salt. I'm at my mom's. I don't have all the things I normally have, so we're just using Morton's salt, and they turned out great. And then we're going to mix. I usually start with a spatula to mix it. I'm going to show you the whole process here because I think it's important to see the different stages as the dough comes together. When I first started baking sourdough, I always thought it was too dry and I didn't trust the process. And so I want to show you what trusting the process looks like. Now, of course, if it is too dry, you can always add a little bit of water. Vice versa, but I want you to see exactly what this looks like because this is where it would throw me off. I would add water and then it would be too wet and too sticky. And so I'm going to show you the whole process so that you can see for yourself what this is supposed to look like. And then we're going to kind of knead that dough as much as we can. So if you have your dough and it's sticking too much to your hand, then you know it is a little bit too wet and you might want to add just a sprinkle of flour. So it was just a little bit too sticky for me, so I did add just a sprinkle, as I mentioned before. But this is a process that you will learn over time. The more you do this, the more you'll realize what the dough should feel like and look like. So now I'm just going to shape it into a little ball. And we're going to cover it. I normally have a shower cap here, but again, not home, so we're just using the good old press and seal. And we're good to go. So it's going to sit on our counter overnight. We're not going to have to touch it. No stretch and folds, no nothing. Just wake up the next morning. For me, it sat for about 12 hours. I'm going to put a nice layer of flour on the counter before pouring out my dough. And this is what my dough looks like. It's sticky, but not too sticky. So you'll see it sticking to the sides of the bowl. Also, I'm using a plastic bowl, which I don't normally do, so that could have been some of the reason. But it came off pretty easily. just another reminder, sourdough is very forgiving. I think people think that it has to be perfect. It does not. So now we have it on the table. We're going to spread it out as much as we can. This particular recipe makes 8 bagels. So if I was home with the boys, I would definitely be doubling this, but it's just me and my mom here. So I'm just making the 8. I'm actually not in my own kitchen right now. And so I'm using all different things, and this is just to prove to you that you do not need anything fancy to make these. I didn't have any of my normal tools. Only thing I came with was my starter and my flour. So now I'm just cutting them into 8 equal sizes. If you prefer, you can measure out sizes so that they're perfect. I just eyeball it though. So now I'm going to take each section and I'm going to ball it up as if they were little tiny loaves of bread. So you're going to do that twist and pull motion to get some tension within the little dough balls. And I'm going to do this for each one. And now after I've done that, I'm going to pick up each dough ball and I'm going to create a little bit more tension by rolling them together in my hand. When you do this process, you will feel it tighten up in your hand, and that's just getting that gluten nice and activated. So after I've done that, now I can start to shape the bagels. And I'm going to start by just poking a hole in the middle. Sorry, you can't see that here. And then we are going to do this motion. Now, it's going to seem ridiculous. Look how large the hole is. I know that doesn't look normal, but I promise you it's going to be the right size. This is often a mistake people make. They don't make that hole big enough. And then as the dough continues to rise on the pan, it will shrink down and you will have a no hole bagel. And hey, if that's how you like them, go right ahead. But I like to have a hole in the middle of my bagel. And so that is the process we're going to use for this. And as you can see, they're just sitting there. They're already getting smaller. So you'll be able to tell. But you just keep going until you think this is way too big. It's not, I promise. Okay, so Mom told me at the last minute that she wanted some cinnamon. So this is just butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon mixture that I quickly made up. I'm going to do this by just flattening the dough ball. Again, very forgiving. I should have done this at the beginning, but it still worked. So now I'm just going to spread that mixture out. If you wanted to add raisins, you could do that here too. She didn't want raisins, she just wanted cinnamon, so that's what she's getting. So once I spread that evenly out on the dough, I'm just going to fold it up like it was a little mini loaf of sourdough by folding each side in and then rolling it up so it gets in there and stays in there. And then I'm going to create that tension again. And then I'm going to carefully poke a hole. Now, because I just added this at the end, I will probably not be able to make it as big. And then I'm going to just take some time here to shape it. You can always go back and reshape your bagels if you don't like the way they look. Very forgiving here in this process. Just shape them up the way that you want to. Okay, now I wanted to show you, I like Parmesan on my bagels. It's my favorite way to make them. So I just took a block of Parmesan and I grated it up to look just like this. So now we're moving on to the boiling part. So we're going to get this water boiling, and once it's nice and boiling, we're going to add, I just eyeball this, some honey to the pot. I would say if I had to guess, maybe 2 tablespoons. Normally, if I was at home, I'd be using a much bigger pot so that I could boil 2 or 3 bagels at a time. But again, just working with what I have, I'm using a small pot and we're just going to do 1 bagel at a time. So after we get that honey in there, we're going to give it a nice whisk so it gets nice and dissolved in there. And now we've got our boiling water and we're going to put the bagels in. Now, I did struggle a little bit. Again, not home, not with all of my things. I would normally put rice flour down on the parchment paper, but we didn't have any, so I used regular flour, and it really didn't keep it from sticking. So this is just a little bit of a delicate process, but again, very forgiving. So once I got that bagel on that little tiny spatula, because that's all she had, I was able to just kind of put it in there and it worked out just fine. So now while that's boiling, and we're only going to let it boil for about 30 seconds to 1 minute tops. If you go too far past a minute, you're going to have a little bit more of a dense bagel, and we want to keep ours light and fluffy. So if you're doing cheese, I put cheese on the bottom of the parchment paper and then put that boiled bagel right back on top of it. We will then top it with cheese after, but that gets both the top and the bottom nice and crispy, crunchy with cheese, and that is the most yummy way to eat them. So you'll see me struggle here a little bit, but it all worked out in the end. I'm just reshaping the bagel before I put them into that boiling water. And the nice thing about the boiling water is once that bagel is boiled, it will hold its shape without an issue. So again, rice flour down on the parchment paper before you put the shaped bagels down. The regular flour, again, didn't work nearly as well. We're just gonna repeat this process until we have boiled all of our bagels. Again, we're looking at 30 seconds to 1 minute. After all of our bagels are boiled, we're gonna go through with an egg wash. This step is optional. I like it, but I've always done it this way. Also, look how yellow those yolks are. You can thank my chickens for those. They're giving us some really, really nice eggs lately. Okay, so now that we've finished with the egg wash, we can go back in and add the cheese topping to our cheese bagels. And this, just add as much or as little as you want. I like mine really cheesy. Okay, so we are ready to pop them in the oven at 425 for 20 to 25 minutes. I think I'll have some coffee while I wait. And yes, Keurig. Once again, not home, don't have my fresh beans, but hey, can't live without coffee, so we'll take what we can get. Yum. All right, checking on our bagels. They are perfectly done after 23 minutes. Look at that bubbly goodness. Oh my word. These bagels turned out absolutely amazing. Look at the crispy, crunchy bottoms. This is what you're going for, the golden brown on the top and the golden brown on the bottom. So we're going to cut this open. I'm going to show you what the middle looks like. Look at that. Wow. Perfect. Absolutely, positively perfect. Thank you for watching this video. I have put all of the instructions in the description box, so feel free to copy and paste those. I hope that your bagels turn out just as delicious as these did, and thanks again for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know when I upload new recipes. Thanks again for watching. Have an awesome day.